I'm Kevin Lee, and let's queer up gay culture. What is happening when so many gay pride events are being canceled for 2026? Grampian Pride, one of Scotland's prominent LGBTQ celebrations, will not take place in 2026. It is just the latest of a disturbing trend for 2026 of cancellations of major LGBTQ prides and events. In an emotional announcement on social media titled, quote, Public Statement, 4 Pillars of Grampian Pride 2026, end quote, the organizers said, quote, after many months of reflection, discussion, and deeply emotional consideration, the board of 4 Pillars has made the incredibly difficult decision that we will not be hosting Grampian Pride in 2026, end quote. Organizers emphasized that pride remains vital for the region, but rising hostility toward LGBTQ people, increased mental health struggles, and a worsening funding landscape pushed the group to prioritize core services over the large-scale event. They warned that the safety of LGBT plus people is under increasing pressure, and that hosting Grampian Pride would divert essential resources from sexual health outreach, peer support, and safe space programming. The cancellation comes amid wider financial instability across UK Pride events following the collapse of Manchester Pride's organizing body and multiple 2025 pauses, including London by Pride. For many LGBTQ Americans, the announcement echoes growing global concerns of sustainability, safety, and community support. Florida has been directly affected by many LGBTQ event cancellations for 2026. Queer News Tonight continues to monitor this growing trend. This is definitely a shift in global culture. You know, we're seeing it in our country and other countries. And what I see is that it's shifting from celebration to survival. Breaks my heart. I also feel that it's a reminder that our rights can be rolled back. If a woman's right to control her womb can be taken away, thank goodness gay marriage cannot be taken away now, thanks to the Supreme Court decision. But what else can they take away? And it's really, really disturbing. I think one of the things that we as a community need to think about is a lot of the gay prides tend to be in spring, summer, or fall, right? And it's one time of the year when we all coalesce, congregate, show up to celebrate our community. But what are we doing in the other seasons? And I think that this is more of a sustained commitment that we need to show up for our community, spend our dollars in our community, like a lot of the other cultures of the world, the Mormons, the Jews, the Muslims. They are showing up for their community, spending their money and their businesses and their community organizations and health clinics. That's what we need to be doing, I feel.
You know, maybe look at it a different way too. I mean, a lot of the corporate sponsors are backing out too. So we don't have these huge, big city, organizations and celebrations. Maybe we have smaller, community celebrations instead, but we still need to be out there celebrating, our pride of ourselves and who we are. I mean, Naples Pride had a hard time last year with the city pushing back and with the drag queens, and it's still a big lawsuit going on. But you know what? Naples had 5,000 people. It was small, but mighty. Bonita Springs just had theirs last weekend or 2 weekends ago, and they had 400 people, but it was a great celebration. People were happy. So maybe we get rid of these large ones and do something that's more inclusive and smaller.
Show up and shine.
Yeah. I mean, because they're really trying to do is try to hide us.
Right.
They're not really trying to protect us. They're trying to hide us, put us in the back in the closet. So we come out of the closet and we do smaller venues.
Like you said, a lot of corporations are backing away from sponsoring prides, so we're going to see less and less of the big corporate sponsors, presenting our pride festivals. But maybe it is an opportunity for our pride organizers just to reinvent what pride is.
Back to the basics.
Back to the basics.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it doesn't have to be so elaborate, or you don't really need like a headliner coming from another city or something. Sometimes you just got to tap into local talent, or sometimes you just have to dig another well. You know what I mean? Sometimes, and this is experiencing with our organization too. We are having sponsors that are stepping up. Thank you, CAN Community Health, and also the Bears of South Florida. But we do have other ones that said no, and it's not that they didn't want to fund us, it's just that they don't have the money. Yeah. And understandably, because of everything that's going on politically, we're hoping that we'll get them back next year. So it's about sustaining through the year for us too, at this point, until we get to that next hurdle. So, hopefully with with new policies and new people coming in for elected, that will hopefully start to change some of that back again. So.
Absolutely. Well, make sure that you discover your local Pride event in your community and support them. There's no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.